These people, they're terrorists. They look like terrorists. They dress like terrorists. They suppress speech. They burn buildings. They burn property. So, you know, I'm not an expert on this. Just as a regular basic citizen, I can tell with my own two eyes that there's obviously something going on here, and it appears that the government isn't really taking it serious for political correctness.
Big article, drudgereport.com, Antifa plans civil war to overthrow the government. They're meeting in these basements. We've had undercover people inside them as well. My concern is these crazy people think they're invincible and are about to throw a big, violent, Charlie Manson-style temper tantrum. And as a police officer, Brandon Tatum, what do you think of this?
I don't know. You know, in situations like this, which is obviously like a national security issue, I think that our government should be able to handle these on a local level. I mean, we just have to be resilient. You know, we have to be, you know, watch our back, keep each other safe, make sure that we're up on our training. You know, where I'm from or where I patrol, we haven't had any extreme activities, so I don't anticipate that happening where we're at. But we're always vigilant, man, because you just never know. Just like in Dallas, they're doing a protest, and then a lunatic starts shooting people. So, I mean, there's definitely a risk of some of these things. We probably don't have the information to know where it's coming from, but we always stay vigilant and prepared.
Sure, I was about to say, but Trump has only gotten a few levels below him in. This is deep state running this against the president. That's why I think it's so dangerous, because you're saying, yeah, the higher-ups, the feds, should be handling this. But we had, a month ago, we had folks on that had investigators just privately doing it inside the events. They're giving the feds the videos, people handing out the guns, saying we're going to kill cops, we're going to launch this coming up in the next few months, and then nothing happens.
Right, that's a little concerning for me, because I've seen some of the videos. You know, some people may want to act like it don't exist, but I've seen the videos of them meeting in basements, of them having their little tactical plan of trying to train to fight and equip themselves. I've seen videos of them coming with masks and batons, and, you know, where's the funding coming from? It's a huge issue, and you just wonder, at what point do we leave political correctness and we start really looking at these issues? Because these individuals, although it may not be in the city I work in, they're clearly an issue around the country. And a lot of people are pushing for them to be a hate group or a terrorist group. And I don't know why we haven't had that accomplished and had that widespread.
And they keep calling everybody Nazis when they dress like Nazis.
Right. I mean, these people, they're terrorists. They look like terrorists. They dress like terrorists. They suppress speech. They burn buildings. They burn property. So, you know, I'm not an expert on this. Just as a regular basic citizen, I can tell with my own two eyes that there's obviously something going on here, and it appears that the government isn't really taking it serious for political correctness.
I'll tell you what's going on. I've talked to a lot of high-level sources, and I've seen it, my friend, Brandon. They're going to use these people as the cover, as an attempt at a violent overthrow. That's why they got the NFL to do all this. You have counter-strike bigger than all of us combined, quite frankly, except for the president. He's had a bigger reach, but you're like number 2 now fighting this. But you think you've been even more powerful because it just neutralizes all their propaganda. But you look at this, they've got some special teams and people involved in this. Soros and others have done this in other countries. They want to use these idiots as their decoy cover for what they really do. They're planning something big.
Right. No, I agree with you. I mean, anybody can look at these videos that you're showing. They've been spread around the internet. I mean, somebody would have to explain to me, why are they covering their faces? Why are they in these secret meetings? I mean,
I've had the FBI and Secret Service here like 10 times, and I never called for violence, asking me if I'm planning violence. So why are these people still walking around calling for killing cops and beating people in the head with bike locks? I mean, why?
It's this mentality of political correctness. I mean, I'm telling you, you can go out and you can say, I hate police officers. You can say, I hate white people. It's almost as if you could go out and do that, and it's kind of pacified, like you get a pass. And at some point in this country, and I think Trump is doing a good job at trying to get it back in full circle, at some point, we're going to have to get to the point where we say, look, if it's wrong, we need to call it wrong. If it's right, we need to call it right. And I'm telling you, like, I think that you have a lot more knowledge in this than I do, but as a regular, everyday person, this is concerning to me.
What the aging process is when the cell replicates, we lose a little bit of our telomeres. Telomeres are the little cups on the end of our chromosomes.
And when it runs out, you start dying. Secure your DNA force today at InfoWarsLife.com.